Welcome, everybody. Has everybody that wants to speak signed the roster today? Sitting on around or just?
Oh, yeah, I think
It's circulating.
It's circulating? All right. Okay, gentlemen, have you had a chance to look at the minutes?
I have. Make a motion to accept the minutes as written. Second.
Motion is second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Hear you, the Orange County Board of Commissioners now say.
Sorry about that, Dave. I'm raring to go here, pal. While we're doing that, gentlemen, entertain a motion to sign the account payable claims as well as the payroll claim.
I'll make a motion, we approve both claims. I'll second.
I have a motion is second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Sheriff, I'll let you go in your turn this time.
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Last month we served 91 court papers. We traveled 19,924 patrol miles out in the county. Our highest population was 61, our lowest 53. This morning I think we're sitting at 53. OWI was the top of the charge last month with 20. Close to battery and petition revoked. Our meal is at, meal letter right now is at 233. And we transported 76 people. Also last month we're pretty busy. We made it to all 3 Halloween events that were put on in each town. We also escorted the Pale Haskell Band, Valley Volleyball, and Valley Cross Country. Kids did great. I don't know if everybody knows, but Springs Valley Schools had a boy win the state cross country. So we made sure we escorted him home both weekends. Same for volleyball, and we escorted Pale Haskell Band into back home after they won the state championship. We're currently working a lot of car deer accidents. Just to have everybody down 911 if they hit a deer and come out and work an accident. Also, we attended the dedication of the flagpole, which is a great thing for Orange County. It's really makes our courthouse look good. Appreciate all our veterans. Matt Anderson lives, so Sandy and I got together and figured out a way to get him paid out using different line items and not without having to take any more money out of anything else. So I'm going to need any further expenditures. Also, I'm going to email you guys different military SOPs for different places on how they pay their reserves. Having the reserve, he wants us to revisit that, so all you know, and that is pretty much all we got.
Are you back fully staffed?
Fully staffed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need permission to hire Lance. That spotlight.
I'll make a motion, we approve. Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, gentlemen.
That all,
Thanks,
sir?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Anderson, good morning.
Morning, Commissioners. Orange County Highway crews finished up on all the paving, chip and seal projects back in October. I want to commend the guys of the Highway Department for their work that they performed on the roads this year. They did a great job. Count car paving did finish up the 2025-1 CCMG roads last Tuesday. These roads were a huge improvement this year. Our road inventory, we do have an application submitted for the 2026 CCMG. Rumor is that they're going to announce that the first week of December. That's to be determined. It'll be a week of the Commissioners Conference in Indy. I do want to remind everybody that through legislation, the amount that they're awarding for community crossings has been reduced to 1/4 of the amount that it used to be. So I'm still hopeful that we're successful for next year. I would like the Commissioners to consider signing a rollover bid with asphalt materials that will lock our current 2025 prices in for 2026. This is for our road oil, so it is my recommendation that you guys sign this rollover bid with asphalt materials. I think Lynn sent it to Lynn, she looked over it. I do have a copy of it. She probably has a copy as well.
It's acceptable.
Okay.
I'm good with it. I'll make a motion, we approve.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We will be opening our material bids for 2026 at your next meeting on November 26th. Bid openings are scheduled at 9:30 a.m. And the last thing I have for the commissioners to consider would be allowing USI Consultants to submit an application for Orange County for a total sign replacement grant. The safety grant is a continuation of the safety grant we received to collect sign inventory. Our current sign inventory was installed back in 2011 to 2012. The life expectancy for these signs are 10 years. We're on year 12 and 13 right now, so we're really gonna have to get proactive to try to get these signs replaced. This grant is for $1,250,000. It is a 90-10 grant, so the county would be responsible for $125,000, but that would replace every single sign in the county. If agreeable with this, I do have a financial commitment letter that I'll need your signature on.
What kind of time span on that, Carl?
It is over a 4-year time span, so that $125,000 will be spread out over a 4-year period, with the biggest one being the last year, which is the construction year, where they actually all get replaced that year.
And where would you look at paying for it?
Highway funds. Gonna check into seeing if we could possibly use restricted funds for that. That's where I might work come from. If not, still out highway funds.
I think $1 million deal, and we can only have to pay 10% of it, and we gotta have the signs.
Yes.
I'm good.
I'm good. I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I do have the second page of this financial commitment letter, has lines for your signatures. All I have this morning.
Okay. All right, next would be the maintenance report. He is not here. He's off today, I think. We might as well go ahead and announce our new director, though. We have our new maintenance director. He begins the 19th. And his name is Rob Gilliard. He's been in maintenance now for numerous years, so he's taking Frank Lynn's place. Frank's retiring at the end of the year.
We need to do a first official motion.
We should, I suppose.
Okay, I'll make a motion, we take the recommendation, you guys interviewed him.
Second?
I will second that.
Motion is second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I don't know if you want to discuss now, but Nancy's gonna be doing some training with Frankie, you're gonna have to go to the council for an additional appropriation.
That's correct, yes. I think we discussed that in the budget committee, I think. But, actually, I talked to you, I think I talked to Zach about it. Actually, we're gonna be having a double pay for a period of time during the school year. But that will need to be, that will be the council for approval on that money.
And we can also look, do like we have in Davies too, see if there's anything that we could transfer to maybe cover that much,
Line
so that
items,
we can see. Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. Mr. Emmerich?
Good morning, Commissioners. I don't have any business for you guys to entertain or look at. Just in wrapping up with our county readiness assessment with Homeland Security and doing plan updates and reviews. That's all I have going on.
Questions? You settled into your office?
Getting there.
Okay, but we rented your old one already.
Yes, I know.
Okay. You got anything today?
I think I'll be called on later.
Oh, okay, all right. Heather?
Yeah, I have 3 computer towers that we replaced because of the Windows 11 issue. So I'd like to have those deemed no value, so I can get rid of those.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And then, I'm wondering if we could maybe revisit the whole panic button situation. We were wondering if we could get a button that goes to the security guard, not downstairs. Because sometimes we have situations where it doesn't really warrant bothering dispatch, bothering the deputies, but it would be nice just to have another presence in there. We had 3 just in the last week. Because with just the 2 of us in there, a lot of times we're in there by ourselves, and there were some very aggravated, nervous people. So it would have just been nice if we could have got a hold of John, but we didn't have any way to get our head out the door to get him.
That's almost far enough we could run a can.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I was thinking a shot collar.
Uh-huh.
I thought did we not check with who did our cameras? Did we not check with them about doing, I thought like wireless, I thought that's what they were supposed to get back with us on, about having wireless panic button.
Yeah.
Sure you
And I don't know that we would want to get rid of the panic buttons we have, because, you know, the security guards, they're not always out there, you know, or sometimes they're tied up with other things. But it would just be nice if we had a little step down level
I
that we
thought there
just
was even
needed.
something from our computers, like we could even email
Yeah, that
or
would
send
be
something
super
from our
nice. Supposed to
computers.
be.
Yeah.
So I think that was our next thought, that we might even talk to our IT guys and see if they got anything that would work.
There's supposed to be something like that where from any computer you can do that.
Okay, so
Get on here,
I know, like,
I remember that.
We'll check with Dan and Joe and
Okay.
start there.
okay.
I
Okay.
don't know if we want to use the security system that we have now, though.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Good. That would be easy
and
to
then-
do, but show it up on his screen.
Yeah.
Show an alert or an alarm or whatever.
The only other thing I had was, are we any further on the county website? Do you know?
Yes. I thought the gentleman was gonna be here today.
Okay.
Yes, can't think of their name. Out of West Baden, there is and they're working with Dan.
Okay,
So yeah,
Okay.
that has started again. So we're looking at a local one.
Okay.
So,
okay. Our
And-
vendor
and-
was just asking.
yes, because
Okay.
we need to get whoever the person that has the current website.
Mhm.
We need to make sure all that's integrated, especially with paying taxes. But Dan, I know Dan reached out to him yesterday to see what they needed from Dan.
Okay,
So an email, like I said, an email string has started. So,
Okay.
so I think by the end of the year we'll have something up and going. Like I said, it'll be local too, so which is
Right.
a good thing.
okay.
Trying to think, it's I can't remember. Multimedia Solutions, I think is what it's called. Anyway, they're in West Baden. They're a new business right on the highway. They're in West Baden.
So it's not the one we talked about before?
No,
Okay.
they never got back with us. It was
Okay.
crazy. Yeah, not a good way to do business, but yeah, they
All right.
never got back with us. So.
Okay. All right, that's all I had. Thank you.
Tommy with
Hildebrand, yeah,
Media.
Multimedia Solutions, I think. Yeah, yeah.
Shelley?
I don't have anything this time.
Nothing today.
Nothing
All
today.
right. I'm looking for elected officials. If you're elected official, I'll look at it. Okay, I guess everything. Jessica Condra on the
Hello, my name's Jessica Condra and I'm with the Indiana 15 Regional Planning Commission. I'm here today on behalf of the Springs Valley Regional Water District. They have a tank out in Prospect, which serves roughly 77 connections, nearly all of which are residential. This tank is rated as failing by IDEM, and they are working on demolition and replacement. This project could qualify for an Okra grant to replace it. However, since they are not a municipality, they cannot apply on their own. We are looking for the county to do something similar to what you did in 2016, 2017 with the First Chance Center, where you would apply on behalf of the district to Okra for this grant. Currently, the census tract does not qualify. It's at about 38% LMI, that's low to moderate income. You have to have 51%. There's over 20% margin of error on those numbers. So we believe that we could justify the request to Okra to conduct an income survey of those connections. And if that income survey were successful, then we could apply for the grant. So what we are asking is for the county to approve requesting an income survey on behalf of the district. And then if that is successful, applying for the Okra water grant on behalf of the district.
I think it's really important, and these, would you get 70, is that what it is, 70? Right?
There are 77 connections.
And those are all in the county, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're all in Prospect.
I think it's something very important if we can let them piggyback off us, and because there's no way to pay for it otherwise, right? I mean, that's the only way.
They have a lot of other projects that need attention to, so if we can alleviate this one through an Okra grant, that would be really helpful to keeping the rates down. Current rates are around $56, and that's for the minimum of 0 to 3,400 gallons. Rates are they're undergoing some rate studies right now with Patoka's changing rates and things like that, so that is all, subject to change. But in an attempt to keep it more affordable for the residents, a grant would be beneficial.
Counselor, your thoughts?
That's fine if commissioners wish to do that, yeah.
Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we proceed.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second, all in favor, signify by saying
Aye.
Aye.
Great, thank you. I will be in contact with the letter that the county will need to sign stating the request for the income survey once I complete an analysis of the data and put that information together in a format for Okra. Thank you very much.
Sent to our council before.
Yes, I'll copy my info. Thank you.
Thank you.
First Chance Center, Haley.
Morning.
Morning.
Do you want to talk about the title request or the claim first?
Let's go with, I've got title request first.
Okay. So NDOT has requested that all 5311 program vehicle titles be transferred to them by December 31st of this year. This is coming down from the FTA, the Federal Transit Administration. I guess the way NDOT has been doing it is inconsistent with the National 5311 program process. They do want to note the county commissioners will remain the title owners. They are just to hold the titles. Right now, the commissioners hold 8 of Orange County Transit's 5311 program titles. We're requesting the release of those titles to us, by the 26th of this month. And then they also are suggesting that you guys retain copies of the original titles until the vehicles are disposed of by NDOT.
So they're wanting the county to remain the title
Yes.
owners,
You guys,
but you guys to have the original titles?
they are gonna
Or
have,
they
like,
have their-
they are gonna do a site visit
Okay,
and get the titles from us during that site visit, so I'm just gonna hold it until they come, which should be before the 31st of December. They're wanting them all by then.
They're just wanting to hold it.
They just wanna hold them, and I guess it's the FDA saying that that's how other states do it.
I was thinking they wanted the title transferred,
No,
Okay.
they just
Okay.
want like they just want
physical, okay,
Yes.
yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Base and Valerie
Kinda like
can
one of that.
attest.
Yeah, that's fine.
Todd did say going forward that you guys still, on any new vehicles, will be the owners, they're just gonna hold the,
That's fine.
Motion?
Motion.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
thank you.
Okay, now the third quarter claim.
Yes, okay, so first I have the operating data report. You will notice that Q3 numbers are down a little bit. This is due to, we do have a shortage of drivers. We did get one driver back, recently, so hopefully we see a higher number for Q4. We also are getting our 3 remaining 5311 vehicles wrapped with our new logo. That's removing the checkerboard pattern to make it easier to read. And then here is the claim that needs Richard's signature.
Motion to allow me to sign this claim, please.
Motion made.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Have all the titles, I just need to make copies.
Would it be easier if we came back another day to get those from you?
It'll be a minute before I get back to the office.
Yeah, so, we always tell you.
Okay. Yep.
Perfect, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We're kind of crowded here today. If anybody, everybody's welcome to stay, first of all, let me say that, but if anybody wants to leave after they do their business, they're welcome to do that as well. Still got some folks out home.
Thank you.
Mr. Campbell, no speak? Okay. Gotta be here to talk. Robin, you're up.
All right, just a few things. I wanted to let you know that January 30th would be my last official day as the CASA director. At that time, I'll switch to the part-time position, and the new director will be Christina Evans. She's already been working some full-time, hopefully as long as going through the red tape doesn't strangle her on the way to getting there.
There to help her.
Yeah.
Kind of guide us through
Yes.
this.
And I want to thank you also for the grant from the opioid that will go far in helping with the director position. I did look at some data and I did find out 95% of the kids we have in our program is due to some kind of substance abuse. So you're looking at a portion of the county that are the youngest victims of this. So that money helping them, hopefully making some changes in some families, breaking some cycles is what they're doing. When I leave also, I'll have quite a bit of accumulated comp time. The state in my grant for next year has provided money for that. I didn't know if I needed some kind of motion to be paid out. It's not coming from any county money. The state has put it in their budget, so I didn't know when I sent that request to Sandy if it needed an okay, and I just wanted to check.
Yeah, if it's gonna be on one of your timesheets, we'll just need to know when it's gonna be coming in. You know what I mean? Will it be coming in before you get paid out, or?
I'll just probably wait till the last pay maybe and submit it at that time, because then I'll have a good idea of what my comp hours are.
Okay, yeah. So, do you have any idea how long it take for us to get it in once you request it?
It's coming in the state money, so it will be there.
Additional, okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Counselor, does that require action?
I would do a motion, yes, go ahead.
I'll make a motion we approve.
Second.
Have a motion to second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And then just one other little thing, and Dr. Terrell's here, and I don't know, but there's something, it's going on in the county. It's very exciting. We've started an early childhood coalition. There had been some grant money, came in through the community foundation. It's it was quite a bit of money. Saturday there'll be an early education summit, so all daycares, anybody that provides any type of care for kids in the county will be able to attend. But then we also received another grant. I think it was around $190,000. We hope to use that to maybe do some things to proactively apply for another very large grant that would be available for the county. Also, they're looking, some in the works, for possibly another center in Paola. They're doing quite a few things, and I think as a county to know, because if you're going to try to attract anybody in, having the ability to care for children is going to be a big thing. They want to use this money to like educate and expand the quality. So you may be hearing some more about that, but Saturday will be the summit. Dr. Terrell's one of the speakers, and you know, we just look forward to boosting up the child care. For 20 years I ran a licensed child care home, so it's close to my heart, and I just thought maybe that was something you would like to know and keep that maybe coming, that there could be a lot of expansion in those areas to help the county.
Okay.
One question I had, Robin, do you foresee any issues in the future with the CASA program? I mean, do you think we're, with us increasing the amount that we fund, do you feel like, and plus the state money, there's any concerns?
No, I think as long as, you know, the commissioners in the memorandum, it's matching the match. This year you did that. You know, in some years it may take a little more, but the state is very aware and wants to make sure the program runs. They did send me a printout. They look at all the hours that the CASA volunteers, county volunteers, spend in the program. Some programs have a guardian ad litem program. They estimated the cost at $95 an hour, but Lynn, I think you would think a guardian ad litem, that's a cheap base. But they averaged that. They project by the end of the year, the volunteers for the county would save the county $200,000 by having a volunteer program and not have to pay individual guardian ad litems to do that. So I think they're very open to keeping that, and I'm in touch with a lot of legislatures, Senator Cook, a lot of them, in, you know, making sure our funding can be steady.
And I think we went above the match, didn't we, for next year? I think we went to 30,000.
Yeah,
so
and it was $29.99.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Wow, okay, I thought
that was our state portion.
So your hair bill.
Yeah, hair.
$1 above.
You know, our money we get depends on the number of chins that come in.
Because earlier we estimated lower than that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and it just depends. It varies year from year. We don't know, but this year that helped boost that up. So we're very thankful for that.
Well, we're thankful for you. So you'll be missed.
Yes. Anything else, Robbie?
No.
Thank you so much. Christy Morgan?
I'm not Christy, I'm Tamis. But we're all here together on behalf of the libraries in the county. Christy Morgan is the director of the Orleans Library. Trista Rue is the director at the French Lick Library. And we have some handouts here and some data we'd just like to share with you today.
Just in light of the legislation that's kind of been coming through and the potential loss of income for the libraries, we all wanted to get together and kind of talk about that, how it's going to affect the libraries, and wanted to represent the libraries as far as how important we feel like they are for the communities and all the services that we provide. If we were, I know that the way that the legislation stands now, that we could potentially lose all of our local income tax, not considering any kind of potential loss of property taxes, but we have each library lose over 30% of our operating income if we lost that. So we just wanted to kind of represent the libraries and to try to express how important we feel like the libraries are.
Is there any kind of coalition, like we have Association of County Commissioners? Do you have an association that fights at the state level for libraries?
Well, we have the of course the state library, but then we also have the Indiana Library Federation, the ILF. They actually do fight on our behalf. Yes.
Cause yeah, I mean, it's very scary. I mean, that Senate bill, it's gonna affect all of us, but right now, I think where we're sort of at, we feel like last minute they may change it. I mean, if they get enough grief, right, you know,
That's
so
definitely what we are
that's
praying
what we're
for.
hoping for, yeah.
Right, yes, because we just really want everyone to know. I mean, of course, the libraries are near and dear to us, but they're really near and dear to all of the Orange County patrons. I mean, they truly rely on us, and it's not just for books anymore. It's for faxes, copies, computers, you know, online materials. So, I mean, we are very important to all of our patrons.
And we have a great relationship with the state, but you know, from what I see with the Senate bill, all it does is take away from local government. It doesn't affect the state at all. You know, they still gotta keep plenty of money. We have to figure out how to get by, so.
Right.
You folks reached out to our local legislators?
I'm sorry, say that one more
Have you
time.
reached out to our local legislators on this? Eric Cook is our state senator.
I have not personally. I know the ILF has been working with all of them on that. You were our
Chris Mays, our
first
rep.
step. Yeah.
But we found Senator Cook to be extremely receptive to Orange County related issues, so.
Okay.
He'd be a great guy to talk to, great resource.
What we are at Milton, what we are hoping to do, Robin, which is our head of youth services, she's very close to Mrs. Braun. So we were hoping to bring her down here to the libraries so that she can kind of appreciate the libraries and maybe talk to her. You know, I mean, anything that we can do to get this money back into our community and ensure the safety of our libraries.
Good to be proactive.
Yes.
It'll be here before we know it.
Yes,
We
it
just
will.
want to be on your radar so that you understand what we're doing, and the people that we help aren't just your casual reader, they're the people in college, they're the people taking courses. In your data, you'll see that we offer Gale courses, many Gale courses, and a lot of the people in the community have taken advantage of those. If you don't know what those are, they're not college courses, but they're month-long courses on everything from grant writing.
I've taken like
12. Yeah, and some of these are our board members. Delilah's out there, she's from Paoli. Robin's Orleans, just.
I've taken 3.
Tammy, the Gale courses, what?
Call me Robin.
I did, this is Robin's daughter. Destiny, and I know that.
My entire life.
Yes, I've known her forever, so anyway. But we're here and we're gonna keep working on it, so you may hear from us again, but we wanted you to just have the basics so you understand more than just driving by. And feel free to come to any board meetings. I know that Steve has been to one. If you guys wanna be at a library board meeting, just contact your libraries and go and hear what they're all about.
Or even just come into our libraries. We would love to have you in there, and then we can show you everything that is important to all of our community residents.
You can come and see our new mosaic that we have up through Possibilities in Paoli. It's awesome.
I was gonna say, I think we colored one of the tiles.
Come
least
and
I
sign
did.
the book. If you painted one of the tiles, come and sign the book. We have a book of all the tiles, and yeah, so come and do that.
I think
Thank
we do,
you.
if you do make some contacts, perhaps we could provide a letter of support
Great.
from the county to maybe help your cause to some degree.
Great. That'd be
Thank you
great.
so much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chris, can you point me to
Manship, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I have some pictures here.
Thank you.
I do apologize. But I'm here on behalf of Spring Valley Bank, and the reason I'm here is we have a client that is looking to purchase. Well, they have the land that they own, which you'll see that in the blue coloring. And then I circled the access that they're asking to use to get to the property. Well, the property that they own is landlocked, and it seems that the circled area is public access. It's a public right-of-way to get to the property, and I'm not sure. Obviously, I can't help them with the loan if they don't have access to the property. So I guess what I'm asking, with help of Mr. Cooper, is how do we go about allowing them to have access? And I do believe that they intend to making some improvements on the property. And they have the full understanding that they'll maintain it, so the county will have no need to maintain that driveway.
I'll step in with some other historic documents. It's the town of Bowling, and on the exterior of the town of Bowling on the west side, there's a alleyway that's unimproved right now, and this is the area that he's talking about to utilize that strip to get to this property here. So this is kind of termination of County Road 810 South, and then this is the alleyway that talking about trying to get up to this property here.
This is still, we still control them?
Yes, yeah, it hasn't been vacated.
What's the size of that now?
26.8 feet.
8 feet wide?
26.8. Yeah.
And what was the distance of that? I don't think we ever talked about that.
200, from here, about 240 feet.
That does run south of that too.
Yeah, the alleyway is around the entire perimeter of the original town of Valley. That was some survey work that I had done there. This is still just the same area. This blue line is the fence line that's around there to give you some context of where the alleyway is compared to that fence. There was some talk, I think it was just coincidence that happened at the same time, but there's some talk about whether this alleyway can be vacated, and I think we determined that there's some private property back here that would be landlocked without this alleyway. So this alleyway really can't be vacated without negatively affecting people's property rights. So I think that's off the table. So his question was, and I suggested, like, even though the county owns it, I don't think without some permission of them being able to improve that roadway, it should come before you before they just started building a driveway up through there, just assuming that it was a public right of way.
And I think more on the bank standpoint is if they just go and build a road or driveway, there could be some legal ramifications if one of the other occupants in the area decide to dispute that. And, we can't have a house where, we can't get to it. And I'm not sure, what document can be provided, or if that's, I think from our standpoint, we're just looking for something from the county giving them permission to use that as an entrance into their drive. I do believe that, they're going to build their actual physical driveway here, but they have to have a way to get in. And this section here as well is also a public right of way. Now, we thought about maybe looking to, this, the son of the tenant that owns these properties lives here. So this would be between his house and his garage. However, there is hills there that he's not really, he shouldn't be trying to put a driveway in there. So the only other option would be to come up through this alleyway here. But from a legal standpoint, I assume we just need something saying that it's okay for him to use that, and that way the neighbors can't dispute it and there'd be a legal battle.
So that particular strip, again, they're not requesting that this be vacated because it would cut off access to other individuals' property, is that?
Yes.
Okay.
Right,
No,
yeah, there was two, the adjacent landowner at one time was asking if that could be vacated, because they were getting ready to build a new fence, and they just wanted to know before they built a new fence, that could be vacated. And then a week later, this come up, so I think even before this come up, it was already determined that that road couldn't be vacated because it affected too many other adjacent properties.
And we're talking about this one here, not this one here, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. The one in the circle.
Yeah, the north and south.
Could you make it out from that, Lynn? We have your pictures.
It's right here, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Are these any improvements here? Is this just open ground?
There's.
And is it fenced on this side?
This is a separate owner. I think this person here owns these lots, and then this is the one that would be landlocked. These properties go out to the county road here. So this is the one that would be landlocked if it was vacated. So, Carl, did you say that there was a water line through there?
And I don't know for sure.
Okay.
That's secondhand information.
All right, yeah, so.
I think
And
we
that would
don't
be
ever
good.
want to landlock anyone.
Yeah, no, I, couldn't do that.
Councilman, your thoughts?
My big issue is, so if you grant them this right, we gotta make sure that they don't close it off in any way so they can still be utilized by anyone else in the public that wants to utilize it. So no gates put up, nothing like that,
Yeah.
as far as utilizing the county right of way.
I think we would want that in our, whatever we
Yeah.
present
Yeah,
to
whatever,
them.
yeah, whatever you can
And
present, yeah.
That we're not gonna,
Yeah, I don't think they have any intention
It
of
wouldn't
blocking.
be private, it would be a
Sure.
public, it would still be
public access,
Yeah.
yeah.
access.
Because it does, like I said, it does.
That's my only concern.
It does go all the way around this area. Yeah, I don't think their intent's not to block it off, their intent is just to put some gravel down.
Just to be able to get back to
Be able
that
to get
property.
access to the house.
No, and that's, I think, something we discussed is that if they improve that, it doesn't make it any more private, like you were saying,
Yeah.
and it's still,
Right.
the underlying rights is still the county's.
And they have no intent on asking the county to maintain.
And it would be their due diligence to make sure if there's utilities or whatever they have to do to make sure that they're protected.
Right, yeah.
Well, all needs to be in the agreement then.
Yes.
That we're, won't be responsible for maintenance,
Right, yeah.
so we will allow the right of way.
Okay. So some type of an access agreement.
Is there any floodplain?
I can get something together for commissioners and work with Mr. Dancy on that and then present it to commissioners with Matt's blessing as well.
Okay. And then once I get a copy of that, we'll be good.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
All that.
Sure. I was gonna talk about that. Is there something you want to bring up with me?
Let's do that.
Okay, I think you're in there. Didn't you sign in?
Mr. Rossi, you're up.
I don't have, I'm just with, this is for ones that are here for food pantry stuff, so I don't have anything particular to say other than I love what you guys do, so.
And I've got, Belinda, Robert, Anita, and Thomas, and nobody wants to speak.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Great opportunity. Come on, boy.
We're also here for the food pantries, so we appreciate everything for the grants.
We appreciate you all, it's
Yes.
nice meeting you.
Hey. Retired. We're retired. We're good.
Does everybody know that Belinda's husband's Tom, you know, they won the state championship last year?
That's my
Yeah.
favorite name.
Sorry. Bostic, were you there?
At the state championship, of course I was.
All right, Randy Terrell?
All right. So, as a reminder, stick around because we have to check presentations for that special invite. But the one thing I do want to talk about, and I will see if I have enough copies, we have the finalized STI testing in the jail policy and procedures. So, Lynn approved those last week. This one is the policy. And this next one is the procedure. Both, like I said, both documents have been approved by council and have been approved by Davey and the health department. And I think that I did send a PDF of these so that they can be to kind of the key players. I think I printed enough. Davey, you need a copy. Yours. You've got from.
I gave it. I've read it.
Okay. So, really to recap, I want to make sure everybody understands what a big move this is, because STI testing in the jails is not something that is required. It's definitely not something that a lot of jails actually consider. There's about 6 or 8 or so in the state. What we know from the Indiana Department of Health is congenital syphilis has been traced back to a lot of inmate population. And we know that that's on the rise when children are born. So, big hats off to you, because this procedure could very well save a life. And we're not just testing. This is treatment too, and it is at no cost to the jail. So I don't know if anyone has any questions about this, but this is norms changing for our community that we don't really see. So if you approve policies and procedures, it'll go live on Monday. The people who are currently incarcerated will have one opportunity to test, because we can't, there's scheduling, there's jail staff. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into this. So the people who are currently incarcerated will have one opportunity. After that, they'll have an opportunity at intake if they're stable, non-violent, non-intoxicated. They'll get another opportunity at the 14-day assessment. That's it. So one of the things we're doing that's different than a lot of other counties is we are providing a couple opportunities, and we're also looking not just for those, some we're doing just the short-term folks who are going to be bonded out or released. We're really looking at a larger gamut, a larger net, which is great. So we'll see. And then with the health department, there's no way we can do this without the health department. Megan's going to kind of lead the way with making sure everything gets done. Treatment, anyone who's positive, there's good counsel there. Also, if pregnancy is identified, it's also going to work. The jail already does a good job with pregnancy, but to make sure that there are resources when someone who's pregnant is released, so that we know they have a prenatal appointment. We know they're on prenatal vitamins. We know all those types of things. This is a big step for the community. I want to really emphasize that this is a good thing, and you should be very proud. So I hope it passes, and then we will get moving. So that's the big thing. Any questions about that?
This is something Dr. Terrell and I spent a lot of time looking at. This doesn't only help the inmate out, it also helps families, recidivism, any chances of getting of a person who's infecting someone else on the jail staff, and it's no cost to the county.
What about confidentiality issue? Because that's a biggie with HIPAA.
Yep, well, so
Major
we have,
lawsuit.
we talked with Lynn, all HIPAA rules will be applied, and in this case, one of the concerns with the jail was if someone does test positive, and it could be a problem with the rest of the inmates or the safety of the staff, there is a provision where that has to be identified. So we will be able to maintain confidentiality, but we will also be able to maintain safety of the rest of the inmates and the jail staff. So
That's my concern is your jail staff. If they let the public and talk about something,
right, this will only be,
we got some serious liability.
Well, they can't do that. I mean, the jail staff have to abide by probably what's already in their policies and procedures with confidentiality anyway.
Yeah. There'll be a select few of them who are
correct.
They'll be authorized to be there for testing and to know it.
That was one of my thoughts.
Yes.
Yeah. Because that's,
First of all,
if something does happen, you gotta be able to identify where the problem is.
Right.
That's exactly right.
We spent a lot of time in Lynn's looked at this 2 or 3 times.
I have, yes, and I have the same concerns that you do, Richard, as far as the confidentiality, but I think that the county would be adequately covered. I don't know if I need to look into more of what the jail staff agrees to whenever they initially are hired, because I've not looked at that portion, so I've not looked at that at all.
So you something similar like medical staff would have to, is that what it would be, Lynn?
Yes, and I've not looked at that portion.
It's what it's in there. It's interesting. Policies when they first come out.
And this is all voluntary, so they don't have to agree to testing at all.
No.
And so that's,
You're not forcing this on them.
no, so it would be voluntary, and if they do, I have a portion in there as far as the policies and procedures that they're agreeing that it can be provided a positive test result to Orange County Health Department and then select jail staff. But I do have that same concern. I've not looked at the.
I just want to make sure staff understands the gravity of what could happen, so.
You know, I really do not want to delay, however, I think that it's probably a good measure to review that jail policy to make sure that when your training staff, that they're aware of that confidentiality piece, and maybe you may need to revise that particular, which I don't have access to. I'm sure I can help, but if you want to look at that first before implementation, that's probably a good idea. I mean, we could, you know, maybe in December 1st, or the first Monday in December start date, if that would be enough time to review that particular policy.
Okay, and you guys can approve it contingent, or we can revisit it at the next commissioners meeting, which is.
You're wanting to pick it off.
Supposed 1 and 2 Monday, however.
I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
But
if you
but
feel like
we
there's
could
a
approve
policy.
it pending legal and your approval. And I'm good with that.
You gonna make a motion that way?
I'll make a motion that we approve the policy pending the sheriff and council's approval.
A potential revision of the current.
Yeah. My only concern is, if you sign off on it, you say we're safe, I'm all for it, because I think it's a great program. I have a motion, I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Under those parameters.
We brought Paula in, she was part of the conversation. If anybody knows her, she's a stickler for the rules, so I'll revisit it again today, and because Joe said.
Right.
Keep on with it. So, we'll do all that.
And the only other few things is the owner occupied rehab grant. I don't know if anyone's going to talk about that, but I do think we need to note that that's due this week, I think. And
Yes, I have that on mine.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, if
Good.
you want it, and I did have a question for commissioners, because I have resolution 2025-10 authorizing application submission and local match commitment. However, Sandy did see a discrepancy in the local match that was initially presented. The local funds in the resolution and that were submitted in the HUD form was $68,875.
I
Local
think
match.
what we've determined is the grant, it's a legal term, Region 15 oversees the grant, does everything. I don't think their fees can come out of the grant. And I think French Lick, it was an all audit French Lick as well after they got approved for the grant, that you actually have to pay the fees for the grant administrator.
Was it 60 initially?
No, 50 is what they initially, but, so yeah, so I.
Because so what happens then, all the funds we actually approve and all the federal funds actually go all to the recipients and none go to the administrator.
So as long as you all are okay with that, then you could do a motion to approve.
My question would be, if we're not funded the entire amount, does the fee stay the same?
The fee is based on the project.
Okay, so there is no difference. To get 300 instead of 500, you're still gonna have to pay the.
Oh no, I think it's a percentage of the grant. That's how all the administrators work. It's a percentage of the award.
So that would go down.
It would go down.
It's
Absolutely.
theirs is 7%. It looks like, as far as the percentage.
And that's standard. 5 to 10 is generally.
Yeah, it's 7%.
And I think that's 68 is what she's asking, just to make sure that we could confirm that we could fund that.
Council's gonna have to.
Yeah, out of casino. So they would get 18,000. Region 15 would, and then for being the administrators.
So we're responsible for their.
One other quick question, because when we did the 50, we did a casino request for the 50, so do we need to do a new casino request for the 68 now then? Okay.
So I'll make a motion that we update the casino application and approve it to send to council for the 50,000 match plus the administrative amount, 18.
Okay, I'll second.
Motion is second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Do you guys want to go ahead and entertain resolution 2025-10?
That is why.
And that would be committing the requisite local funds in the amount of $68,875 derived from the casino fund as matching funds for the program.
I will make that motion.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor.
Aye. So yeah, everything will be sent this week on that, Brandy, and it has definitely been a collaboration throughout the county, and we will find out if we are successful on December 22nd. So it could be a heck of a good Christmas, early Christmas present. So.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive what this grant committee kind of did and moved the community in the community response. great place to be.
Your
The
community
only
partners.
other thing that I would like to add to is we were talking about the Early Learning Summit. One thing we didn't necessarily mention is the registration for that is still open. And it's also for mom and pops, grandma and grandpas. So you don't necessarily have to be licensed. This literally is, and there's not a lot of support or help often for folks who aren't licensed. And we know we have a lot of grandma and grandpas babysitting kids and neighbors and such. So if you know anyone who fits that bill, definitely we need to reach out to the Community Foundation, get them on the registration. It is not too late because we really do want to create a network. And then also with those fundings, we have been, I believe it's back through Eli Lilly, the Community Foundation has been able to secure the funding for a coordinator for early learning. Someone who this could be their job for 5-year securement. How the only drawback to that is this particular coordinator would have to also cover Du Bois and Crawford County, but we're in the hiring process for that. So capacity is our main thing, is to build our capacity for early learning and child care. So that's the only pieces that I'd like to add to that conversation.
Are you familiar with the Matt Harris Foundation?
I'm not.
So I met with the gentleman over that last week. He's from Colorado, but he was in French Lick, and I met with him. It's a new foundation in Orange County that's started. One of the first initiatives they did, they bought, I think they went in with the town of French Lick and they provided 400 kids with bracelets at the festival this year so they could ride rides and so forth. Because I think another entity had backed out last minute, so they stepped up. But their #1 initiative is childcare in Orange County. Is their #1 initiative.
Can you link me?
Absolutely. So
I appreciate that.
He's a young guy, got a lot of energy, and I think can do some great things. So he was originally from here, so.
Okay. Yes, if you wouldn't care to open that door for me, I would appreciate it.
What was that called again?
The Matt Harris Foundation.
And that is all that I have.
Okay. All right. Chris, anything you want to talk about?
I'm just here to think.
Tom Dog?
He was with the water company.
Okay. Jessica Conrad? Everybody's spoken. Have I left anybody out?
I didn't get to sign. And Richard, sorry.
Mostly?
Yeah, I didn't get to sign it.
Okay. All right.
I wanted to.
Well, Megan's on.
Oh, Megan.
Megan's here.
Go ahead.
No, you go. It's all right.
Okay. I wanted to thank you guys for your support with the canned food drive. Marshall was up there loading canned food items at Walmart. Our TOC's goal was 1,000 canned food items or canned vegetables. And we were able to collect over 4,000. And those were distributed between the 3 food pantries plus Safe Haven. It was a great event, great community support. And Priscilla has been talking to the manager at Walmart, and he has agreed to adjust the price for our next canned food drive, which is December 6th, and it'll be a fruit. So we're working with them, and we're excited for another one. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, we have a lot of support, and it's fun seeing everyone come together.
Yeah, we definitely
It was a good
appreciate
thing.
Yeah, it was a good
TMOC
thing.
and all the hard
Thank you
work.
guys for showing up and helping us.
Okay. Anybody else? Megan, you want to speak?
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So over the past year, the price of our TB serum that we use for PPD testing has drastically increased. So at this time, we charge $10 for a TB test. Based upon what we are currently being charged for the serum, we're actually losing almost $3 per test. So PPD testing requires the serum, obviously the syringe, the needle, alcohol pads, along with the paper for copies as well, along with a second visit to the health department to have them come back to have it read. So after consulting with our neighboring health departments, they're charging anywhere between $20 to $25 per test. So basically, I'm just asking for approval to increase that price. we were thinking 25, but I'll let you guys kind of make that determination. But based upon what we've seen over the past year, we were paying about $300 for 30, enough serum for 30 tests, which would be like the $10 per test. But now it's more like $350, $360. So.
What if someone came and didn't have the money?
Well, one thing about the TB tests is a lot of times they're required to do it from their employer. Their employer will reimburse them for that 9 times out of 10, unless it's like a student that's in college or something like that. But 9 times out of 10, it's for like home health agencies and things like that, and those companies will reimburse the patient for that fund. And I'm sure if they weren't able to pay that, I'm sure the company we could just bill them, which we do sometimes. So.
How many of them do we do a year?
Quite a bit. More TB tests than vaccines, I would say. Yeah.
I think we should take their recommendation.
We did get this approved by the health board.
Yeah.
By the health board.
Do you need to do another schedule of reviews?
We'll have to do an
Yeah.
amendment, and we're gonna bring up, and Spencer, do a little blurb for you too. We might have something else that we can consider.
Yeah. So I just want to see what you guys thought about that. I know it's kind of a drastic increase from $10, but when you think about the $3 per test that we've been losing over the past year, I feel like increasing it to that amount will help kind of make up for the funds that we've been losing on that.
And these people would come here, they're not paying a doctor's visit or anything like that. It's just a straight fee for the visit.
It's kind of the surrounding.
Yeah. And the walk-in clinic, the walk-in clinic was doing them, but they are no longer doing them. When they were doing them, it was close to $100 per visit. So that was really unfortunate, and they stopped doing that. So really, we're kind of the only ones around here that are doing it.
So do we need to vote on that or wait till?
Let's make a recommendation from council.
Yeah, wait.
Fiscal matter. I think we should recommend it go to the council.
What was that?
Our recommendation.
Yeah, that you can do the recommendation, yes.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
That motion is second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And then we, I know you're aware of the vaccine refrigerator incident. So we did place an order for 2 refrigerators. They are smaller as far as the square footage, but we did order 2, and it was 2 of those were less than the price to replace the 1 that we had previously. So we're hoping to be receiving those in the next week or so. We can get those set up. And also use the second one as a backup for in case, something does go bad again, so.
We may need net maintenance to look at our generator connection. Right now, we just have 2 plugins. We may need to do a draw test to make sure that we're not pushing that draw on that circuit as well. See if we can do that.
We need to get the, tell Frankie about it.
I haven't, so I'll get their approval first. He mentioned it, I think.
Whatever they need, we need it.
Yeah, was it quite a loss on this last?
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Sorry.
Well, the original price, it was about $13,000 for the fridge that we lost, which would have been the replacement cost. But it was about 13 or 14 years old. So, I mean, we've got good use out of it, which is great.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of the vaccine, you found some of the vaccine was not harmful.
Correct.
Yeah, and we were not charged. There was a handful of vaccines that we had to send back. Most of them were there was a lot of flu and COVID that just doesn't really last and is more temperature sensitive. But we were not charged for any of the vaccines that were sent back.
One last question is, your alert systems, are they going to incorporate into this new system as well?
Yeah, so we use the SoniQ system, and the reason why we were not alerted was because the telephone number that they had in their system to contact was actually Jesse's office number. So that's why it didn't go to her cell phone. So we have that fixed as Jesse's primary, I'm secondary, and then Lonnie's as tertiary. So there's 3 numbers there, so if anything is varied as far as temperature wise, there's 3 people there that will get notified. So
we're gonna work with Sonic Q to get that third. Right now we have 2 monitors, we'll get that third one picked up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Megan?
No, that's it.
Yeah, Spencer has something.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Just wanted to update on, we do have 212 permits out in the county of Orange County food trucks and brick and mortar. So it's been very, very busy. The last month we've done 5 pre-op applications, meaning where they fill out, it's a plan submission, and Lonnie's going to go over kind of what was recommended by AJ, which is our upline for the state, and what other counties do, because we're starting to get more and more plan submissions, which take more time for us to review and then do a pre-op inspection and so on and so forth. Right now we do not charge for those, and we're about the only county that does it. So Lonnie is going to kind of take it from here.
So with the food inspection, Spencer's been doing a great job, and he hit the ground running. Got him in touch with the state inspector, did some trainings on site, and what he's talking about here is a plan submission. This is pre-operational, lets us know, lets the company know that they're meeting the basics of the food code. It's a 7-page survey. They go through and answer questions, yes and no, fill in the blanks, stuff like that. We have to review those to make sure that they have those things that are in the code in place. Different places have different variations of the need there. You can imagine a shaved ice place needing a lot less than, say, a full Mexican restaurant or whatever. So in those reviews, it's in depth. What we found and what we've heard is other counties are charging for those plan submissions because they may not go any farther than that plan submission. They may drop after that, and we're just out that time and effort and all that stuff. And the commissioners did voice a question of whether there were fees that we were not collecting that we probably should, and this is one of those that we present. Again, we're not looking for an extreme amount, maybe another $25 fee for this review. It does include an on-site visit from Spencer to the establishment after the review to go over things that they may have questions about. But since we were presenting this the serum, we thought we would also present this for your consideration.
A lot of counties are charging like $125, which is crazy to us, but I mean that's what AJ was kind of recommending. But we don't feel like $125.
Our retail food establishment permit is $125.
Yeah.
And we did this review for like $25 just to get the ball rolling. That would be. We feel like that would be adequate for. We would also have to consider whether we charge nonprofits, because we don't charge nonprofits for their permit fees, but the plan review would be a little bit different as far as that goes. Maybe.
You want to put that in the form of a proposal?
Sure.
Bring it through council, bring it back to our next meeting, perhaps.
Absolutely.
That's satisfactory?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you for your consideration.
All right. Anything else, Lynn? Or Spencer?
That's it.
Okay, Tanya, you don't want to speak?
Well, I will just remind people, if they haven't seen this in social media, we have this out. We're giving away $2,500 worth of free Christmas gifts. And they just have to sit through a community conversation about the risk of nicotine. We also have partnered with Lost River Market. They're giving a bag of Thanksgiving food, as well as Hoosier Uplands is giving some cleaning supplies. So yeah, very excited about this event. We have several that have signed up and are coming, and I would love for all 3 of you to be there. I think you already said you have.
That include vaping?
Huh?
That include vaping?
Yeah, it does. all nicotine. So, but thank you guys for your support. Yeah, Dave.
It's a good day for everybody.
Poor guy. So thank you. Appreciate your all's support in giving us the buildings that we can use that.
All right, that does bring my, I want to thank Davey for his help on a situation that I had last week on a trash issue.
There you go.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Always gotta be a good guy.
It's back on track.
Unless there's something else, I think that concludes the audience portion of our meeting today.
Don't forget to stick around for the check presentations.
Okay, all right.
I just wanted to say how great Sunday was. That was a great thing for all the community beer and the events. Man, I heard from 15 of them since then. Just glad you guys put that together.
Cold day, but it was
Cold day.
Awesome day.
It was very good. Yeah. You talk about a bunch of happy people.
I really believe it's one of the most important things we've done this year.
I think we might need to look at the lighting for that flag once we get all the way to the top.
I went by the other night, and we're gonna have to look at a new light for the flag.
I don't think it's gonna reach it.
Maybe an LED or something, because it's not. Yeah, it's not bright.
It's not bright.
You want to add that up?
It'd be great.
I'll add that up.
I think you'd be great at it.
Sure.
Counselor?
Thank you. I have a request to vacate that was sent to me. Marshall Noble actually sent it to me for Kirby and Sarah Good running Cedar LLC. They did make a written request regarding a portion of their property located at 8307 South State Road 145 in French Lick. They're requesting that the county vacate the portion of the old county road that now serves as their driveway from their property line back to their home. Here's a drawing that Matt did that I sent to commissioners of it.
And this has been in the works for several weeks. There's a few things we had to work through, but Lynn and Matt have been great helping the new residents all along the way. So.
And if you guys wish to approve that, I would need a motion to proceed with the road vacation request, and then I need to know if you want petitioners to bear all associated costs and expenses, including attorney's fees, publication fees, and recording expenses, and anything else.
I think that'd be appropriate.
Yeah, and we told them that. So yeah, I'll make that motion, Lynn.
Okay, thank you.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll get that ready and get the.
And I think I've sent all her contact info over to
Okay.
you. So.
Okay, all right, thank you. The next item I have is the lease agreement between Orange County and Cornerstone Trading Group. This would be for Rick's former office, that's now being occupied by Cornerstone. We have a term, it's a 1-year term, a little over a year, November 1st, 2025 until December 31st, 2026. $250 per month. It's already been approved and signed by Cornerstone Trading, so I would need a motion to approve the lease agreement.
I have a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. I'm gonna circulate 2 to be signed by commissioners. And then I'll get a copy to Cornerstone. Thank you. The last item I have is a disclosure of conflict of interest signed by Orange County Council Member Richard England, doing business as Briarwood Upholstery for the work being done to the commissioners' meeting room pews. It would be reupholstering the pews for the updated commissioners' meeting room. Orange County, Indiana will pay the amount of $4,997 to Briarwood Upholstery. Rick is required to sign and submit this to commissioners. And I will need commissioners, if agreeable, to accept the disclosure.
That amount of money is for the new seating in the commissioner's room, the new commissioner's room. We remodeled that after 42 years. We remodeled that room. And it's going to be nice, I think. It's a public meeting room as well, so we would invite everybody back. For 2 weeks from now, we'll have our meeting in that room, so we'd invite everybody to come back, check it out, check out the new remodels.
I will need a motion to accept that disclosure.
I will make that motion, Richard.
Thank you.
Then I have a second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
That's all I have for commissioners today. I am working on the OCEDP contract, so I should have that ready to circulate to commissioners and present either at the next meeting or the December meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Sandy, what have you got today?
Pretty much all I have is I got the 2026 holiday schedule for you to approve. I sent them out emails like 2 weeks ago, the commissioner meeting dates, and also the check dates. So I just need you, and I don't know if you want to bundle them, approve them, or how you want to do this. But
I'll make a motion that we approve the pay dates, commissioner meeting dates, and the holiday dates for 2026 as written.
Hard to believe we're at 2026 already.
Already.
Amazing.
We need to send this,
Yes. Sign on the water there.
I need you to send those around and sign those. Please. Pretty much all I have.
I made a
We
motion.
need to talk about the
We didn't
overrun.
vote.
We need to get that.
Yes.
We didn't vote on this. I made a motion.
And second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That was on the dates.
What's the total amount on that?
I don't know yet totally because there's the pews, there's the, I don't know what else was over, what else is gonna end up being over. We were at $4,600 before the pews, so.
Well, it would be that plus that.
4,997.
But is there anything else?
I don't, well,
It's right there, he said.
That's it.
is there any, is that the entire bill?
Correct.
That includes the wall seal and the whole deal?
That was in the
And those
original.
were change orders.
Yes.
To the
Well,
initial.
it's a rough.
They were basically requested by us, plus he
Okay.
found damage to the floor and to fix concrete floor damage, so also moved out the platform.
Case for this.
Okay.
You guys can have all of them.
So you have that total? We'll combine those two, just wait for the vote, I guess.
Can't remember the exact total because we talked about it, that was like last Friday.
You happen to remember, Mr. Campbell?
46 something, but.
We had it in the email.
Or a text.
I'll go ahead and, you may go ahead and make separate motions. This is on the pews, go ahead and approve that.
Yes.
Okay, I'll go ahead and make a motion that we approve Briarwood for, reupholstering the used pews for $4,997.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye. We sign the bottom.
Okay.
I think that's a total of everything, I believe.
There's no way to bring it in. Two
Thank you.
copies.
Send your copies of this.
She said she only needed one copy of the holidays.
Is that all you have, Cindy?
Yep, I think so. So we're approving the extra overage, the 46, the difference of the.
I think they only did Briarwood, so you need to do the additional
You
as
need to
well.
do the
Yes, because the motion was just for Briarwood.
Yeah, I did Briarwood.
We just need a number on that, please.
$4,600.
4,600.
Okay, I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
A motion and a second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3-0. Sandy, if that's all you have, Mr. Hopper, do you have anything?
I do not. Thank you.
Mr. Noble?
No, I think we're good. We're good. I'll bring it up in another meeting. I think we need a bigger flag on the new flagpole, but I'm exploring how big it can be.
All right, you're already checking on that.
Yes, yes. I think we can do a 15-foot. I
don't
believe.
know how big a flag we're gonna have, so I know what kind of lights put up there.
Yeah.
That'd be the flagpole company.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's. Yeah, I looked on their website, and I think we can do a 15-foot. So
15 by
10 by 15.
10 by 15.
Yeah, yeah. Which would be double what's on there now.
Well, it's 12 by something.
Yeah. I think, and I looked at a few online. I think around $500 is what that would cost. So
I think it's important on the side of the flag because it does away with our warranty if we get too big of a flag up there. The flagpole is warranted if we don't go beyond a certain size on the flag.
yeah, rated up to 95 miles an hour, and yeah, there's all kinds of. We want to keep that 100-year warranty. So
Has everybody had a chance to see that?
Yeah, it looks great.
What's your thoughts?
It needs a bigger flag.
it needs a bigger flag. I agree. He told me to quit talking about yesterday. I told him, I said, we need a
Maybe that
bigger
flag
flag.
can come down here.
Yeah.
Because we have tiny little baby flag.
Yeah.
Move our flags around.
Yes.
Yeah. I like it.
Should we go ahead and get approval to get the flag? I mean,
Assuming the parameters are.
yeah, okay.
Are you still checking?
I will have that today, and let's get it going. Me and Sandy will work on it. Okay, get approval. She's got the credit card, so. But it will be, let's approve it up to 750, but it'll be less than that.
Okay, also, I would recommend you get two if you're gonna go one. If you're gonna do that, because they fray quickly, we don't want to fray the flag up there.
Yeah. So we will get the biggest flag that we can put up there without voiding the warranty.
Okay.
Vote on that.
I'll make a motion for that.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Shall you help me clear that flag?
Why not?
Climb up there, snap it right. It's not bad.
Interest of expediency, I don't have anything, so I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, everybody, for coming.
Okay, I'm gonna go get another one of these, go down it.
Yep, we'll be here. We gotta sign some things.
Sorry, really, harassment.